Hello, aspirants. Welcome to Bansal Academy. I am Priyanka, your English tutor, and I will help you to ace the JKPSC Lecturer English exam. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about the preparation strategy, the exam pattern, and some important topics that are really important for your exam and what should be your study plan. Also, by the end of this video, we are going to discuss some previous year question paper so that you have the right ideas that what you're going to see in the exam. And with right approach and right strategy, we will together succeed this exam. As the saying goes, मेहनत कर, हासिल कर और आसमान छू ले. Work hard, achieve your goals, make your parents proud, and then touch the sky. So with this, we are going to start this video. So most of you might be knowing that JKPSC that has announced 49 posts for English. 49 posts. And yes, you can be one of them with the right content and the right approach. So this is the tentative syllabus for the lecturer English exam. Why I'm saying it is tentative because till now we have no updates regarding the final updated version of the syllabus, but we are soon hoping for the final syllabus in around 10 to 20 days that will be updated in the JKPSC website. So by now we are going with this syllabus only. So we have here the history of English literature from Chaucer to T.S. Eliot. That means the whole timeline of British literature from Old English, specifically from age of Chaucer, that means Middle English, to T.S. Eliot, that means modern age. We are going to read all the writers in the chronological manner and their major works. So the major drawback, I feel like people who are failing this exam, that they think that cramming is the only key to crack any exam related to English literature. Let me tell you and break this myth for you that it's not. You have to deeply analyze topic like literary criticism. You should be knowing about all the terms that are given by the writers, like Aristotle, Coleridge. Coleridge has given a phrase called willing suspension of disbelief. Questions that I've analyzed in your previous year question paper, like who has given the touchstone method that is given by Matthew Arnold, and then we have T.S. Eliot, the writer of Wasteland. See, so we are not only going to see the major writers and their major works. In my course, I'll be dealing with all the major British literature writers and their major works with their quotes and quotation and the writing schemes and the styles used by different writers, as some things are not directly mentioned in your syllabus, but as we have analyzed the previous year question paper, we can see so many questions from literary forms, literary devices. We already know the simpler literary devices like simile, metaphor, but we don't know about anaphora, metonymy, and all the other literary devices. And we also have questions from literary movements. So I'm going to cover everything in a story manner so that your concepts will be clear. And I assure you that what video lectures I will provide you, I will also provide you with the PDFs and the practice test sessions so that your concepts will be clear for the exam. And the questions that we are going to deal, you are going to see the similar type of questions in your exam as well. So that is our main strategy. So again, we have English fictions, Jane Austen, Charles Dickens, Thomas Hardy, everything, all of the exam syllabus in depth I have covered in my previous video. Here I'm only telling you the gist of this syllabus. For that, you can refer my previous video as well. And the other thing we have the grammar portion. Yes, the grammar portion, it only covers around 15 to 20% of your syllabus, but that doesn't mean you have to skip this part. This part is equally important for you to be in that merit and crack the exam. So we are going to discuss about the study plan that we are going to follow for this exam. Syllabus that we have already discussed in depth, and then we have the timetable. Time management is very important to crack any competitive exam. I want you to devote not 16 to 18 hours, but just around 4 to 5 hours daily. By daily, I mean you have to devote 4 to 5 hours religiously with discipline and consistency. And please prioritize your preparation over distraction. You don't have to be distracted on your journey to success. And then we have consume right content with the right approach. Today is the world of smart work, not hard work. Your efforts are not counted until or unless you are successful or you have cracked the exam successfully. So, we will prepare this exam with the right content, with the exam point of view. We are going to do mock test daily and practice set so that you have a great idea of exam and the kind of question you are going to see in the exam. With that, you also have time management skills till then so that you don't panic in the exam when you're giving the exam. And the last but not the least, and it is very important, revision. Revision is very important, aspirants. Revise everything repetitively because English is such a subject that if you forget dates or publication date, that which magazine was published when, and if they gave you four options and to set them in a chronological manner and you don't even know when the work was published, then your preparation is not up to the mark. So only your preparation will be counted if you have revised it regularly. Okay, and the concepts are embedded in your mind with consistent efforts in revision. So here I'm giving you the syllabus breakdown into two parts. One is the literature that is going to consume around 80% of your whole syllabus, and the grammatical portion you are going to see 20% in your exam. First, we'll discuss the grammatical part. In this grammatical portion, you are going to be seeing tenses, prepositions, articles, parts of speech, spot the error, fill in the blanks, antonyms, and synonyms. We are going to cover each and everything in detail with practice sets and PDFs in our course in a detailed manner because what I have seen that most of the students are well equipped with the grammatical portion because they have learned it till grade 10th. But even if you're not, don't worry, we are here for you. And the major part of your exam is literature portion. As a PGT, that means a postgraduate trained teacher, the paper setter wants you to know about the history of English literature. You should have an idea or in-depth analysis of literary criticism. Till now, we have not seen anything regarding literary theory in your exam. Let's wait for the updated version. And yes, literary movements, we are going to see literary figure of speeches, devices, and different genres and forms of literature. We have different types of novels, like dystopian novel, just like 1984 by George Orwell. Then we have gothic novels as well. We know a very so we are going to see the important writers and their major works, major events that happened during those ages like Hundred-Year Wars, then Black Plague, Norman Conquest, 1066, Battle of Hastings, and all the battles and major events that happened across the time. We are going to have an in-depth understanding regarding all the events. And then, yes, quotes and quotations are really important. For example, they can ask you that to err is human, but to forgive is divine. This quote is given by which writer? So the answer is Alexander Pope. Yes, and they can also ask you different terms that has been used by a different writer. For example, dialogism is a term given by which writer? Dialogism is given by Mikhail Bakhtin, and intertextuality is given by which writer? Julia Kristeva. Yes. Then there is also concepts they can ask you regarding different works. They are not just going to plainly or directly going to ask you that this is a book and it is written by which writer in which year. No, they are going to dwell in depth. They want to know that if you have in depth understanding of literature. So this is the whole British literature period that we are going to learn. From every age, we are going to learn about every writers that emerges from those ages. That from Middle English, we have Chaucer, Scottish Chaucerians, a group of writers who follow Chaucer. Then we have Renaissance and these all the other ages. We are going to discuss about all the poets, all the novelists, all the critics that emerges from these ages, their works, quotation, terms, and concepts and writing style used by them. Okay. So I want you to have a look at this timeline that we are going to deal with each and every age in a chronological manner. That the first age is Old English Anglo-Saxon period. Here we are going to discuss about the oral literature, how England became England, and how the language at that time was Old Germanic and Latin. Then we have Anglo-Norman period, and then we have Age of Chaucer, Renaissance, and Elizabethan age. Here in this time, we have Queen Elizabeth as the Queen of England, and this age is called as the Golden Age of British literature. Golden Age because at that time colonization was just beginning and at its peak, and then the expeditions were going on. There were so many theaters that were open and writers were finally getting salaries. Yes, the writers and the dramatists were finally getting paid and patronage, and the literature at that time was flourishing. Okay, there was also this question that has been asked that Queen Elizabeth belonged to which dynasty? Queen Elizabeth belonged to Tudor dynasty. And then we have Jacobean age. At that time, the king was James I of England, who was the nephew of Queen Elizabeth. Okay. Then we have Caroline age, civil war and interim. Then Restoration age because the monarchy was restored at this time. By whom? Please let me know in the comment section. Then we have Augustan age, the age of pop, or we can also call it the neoclassical age, then age of sensibility, also known as pre-romantic age, then romantic age, then we have Victorian age where they show the harsh reality of society at that time in England during pre-industrialization period. Then we have all these other ages, and we are going to cover all this holistically in a chronological manner with each and every detailed and in-depth understanding of these ages so that you won't forget in the exam. So here we are going to see about the exam pattern. Before that, I want to discuss about the difficulty level of the exam. So the difficulty level of the exam is not as difficult as the UGC NET exam. Okay, it is easy to moderate, or I can say it is moderate exam. So you can easily crack this exam with right approach and right strategy. Okay. So the exam mode is till now it is offline. So you are offline. So you're supposed to give the exam in an offline mode. I think that is a very plus point for you all that you have the question paper with you and then you can analyze the exam after that. And in total of that, we can see there are 120 questions and each question carry 1 mark. That means total marks will be 120 and the time duration will also be 120 minutes. That is 2 hours. That means 1 minute. In 1 minute, you have to solve a question. 1 question per minute. If you have an in-depth understanding of the concept, I don't think you need more than 5 to 10 seconds to solve any question. That will be really easy for you. So out of 120 questions, you are going to see 100 questions from your literature portion. Okay? 100 questions you are going to see from your literature part and 20 questions you are going to see from your grammatical portion. Okay, so so now you can already see the weightage of each part, the literature part and the grammatical part. Now, for your better understanding, I am going to show you some previous year questions so that you have a clearer picture in your mind that what type of question you are going to see in the exam. So here we have some PYQs related to your literature portion. So there is this first question that we can see. The Battle of Philippi appears in which play? Othello, Julius Caesar, Macbeth, or King Lear? So it appears in Julius Caesar. That is the right answer. Okay, and we have discussed this question also. Hamlet is a tragedy of love, ambition, or indecisiveness. That is indecisiveness. Now I will ask you, Hamlet is written by which writer? If you have no idea, let me tell you, Hamlet is a tragedy written by none other than William Shakespeare. So William Shakespeare has written Hamlet, and there is an easy trick I can tell you to remember his tragedy in a chronological manner. That is HOKM. Hokum. What is Hokum? That is Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, Macbeth. So even with this one quote, you can just know that Hamlet is a tragedy of indecisiveness. What Hamlet said at the last, to be or not to be. That is a very famous quote by Hamlet that shows that he was really unsure whether to kill Claudius, his uncle, and his mother Gertrude for his father's murder or not. So now we'll see the grammatical portion so that you have a great picture in your mind that what type of questions from grammatical portion you are expecting in your exam. So the question is, how are you getting blank in your new job? On will not be the answer because on and in cannot be together, placed together. To won't be used here because there is no specific noun we can see here. And then up won't be the answer, that up in won't be placed together. Then what we are left with? Through. How are you getting through in your job? So strategy, let's have a quick look what your strategy should look like for preparing for this exam. You should be well equipped with the right content that I and my team will be going to provide you throughout a course of 3 to 4 months. Our course is specifically designed for this exam, and we have the right content that will help you to ace this exam. And the time management will be done by you only. You have to give your 4 to 5 hours religiously for this exam and consistently. And the world, today's world requires smart work. Your efforts won't be counted until you are successful. So work smartly, choose your right guide and the right approach, and start with your preparation now. We are also going to practice PYQ practice sessions with each topic that we have discussed, and also not to forget, we are conducting Saturday marathons for you all, that whatever we have read throughout the week, we are going to have a glimpse of all those topics and we are going to solve questions regarding all the topics so that your concept will be clearer and every concept will be embedded in your mind. And what is the benefit of practice sessions and mock test? Practice sessions are very important because after reading about a particular topic, you know that what are your weak points and what are your stronger points. So you can work on the areas where you are lacking, and on the topics where you're acing, you can just give them little bit of lesser time as compared to those areas where you are lacking. So you have to spend more time there. So that is how what is called time management. So that is what planning sounds like, right? And you have to be consistent with your approach with your exam. You don't have to be lazy. Just give your best so that you can be one of 49. And this thing is very important. Revise regularly because revision is the key. Revise each topic repetitively, and don't worry, we are also going to conduct marathons regarding your revision so that your revision will be also up to the mark and you can ace this exam with flying colors. So Safalta, so let me guide you through our course. We are going to provide you with high definition online video lectures that will be covering your each and every topic related to your exam, and we are going to provide PDFs with each topic that we have covered in the exam so that you have a look at the PDF and you can save that PDF for your further preparation. And also we are going to provide you PYQ plus practice test sets with every video so that your preparation will be up to the mark and you can have an idea about your weaker as well as the areas where you are lacking, and I can solve your queries regarding that. So we are going to have practice sessions as well, and that is very important. If you ask any person who has qualified any exam, he will for surely tell you that PYQ is the key to success. Fourth, we are going to have marathons as well. On every Saturday of every week, we are going to run marathons regarding previous year question papers and regarding each topic we have covered till now throughout the week. We are going to cover all those topic questions in this marathon so that you can see similar type of questions in your exam and you don't panic there. So we are going to ace your preparation with our course. And why you should join us? Because we provide you the best content with right strategy, and we have the best team with us to help you, to assist you at any point you feel like. So you can call us on these given numbers for our further course details. And thank you for watching. Hope you like it. And if you want to see our syllabus in-depth video that I have covered it before this, you can see it on our playlist. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.